Yeah, that was one hell of an experience. I mean, yeah, first we walked in there and a couple kids are just goofing off and having a good time. I mean, shit, I was doing the same thing when I was
Making
there.
jokes.
Just being completely stupid all over the place.
Calling us out.
But it was definitely a blessing. Thank you for that. I'm very grateful that we had an opportunity to come speak to them kids that do come from troubled backgrounds, whether it's mentally or dysfunctional homes, abuse, drugs, mental health challenges, whatever it was. I mean, that's obviously up my alley too. So I'm very grateful for that opportunity, and hopefully it turns into something else and maybe something bigger across that school too. Because we went in there, and I'll let Daverick take over on this part, but we went in there with the idea of maybe touching 2 or 3 kids that would really connect with our stories and can see that there's a better life out there than where they're at, and their challenges that they're going through or that they have in life doesn't stop there, and that it can actually be used as a weapon versus an anchor. So, Daverick, you did start off the classroom with the speech. So why don't you kind of talk a little about how you felt, what you felt when we walked in there, and then just like your overall vibe and energy, because I know mine, like I was just in a place of bliss and gratitude just sitting there. I literally felt like, man, I'm back in fucking high school. And I was literally like seeing myself there doing all the stupid shit that I used to do.
Well, it was exciting to be there. And I think, and I was excited for the day. I was excited all week because we've been there on the other side of the fence. But at the same time, it was kind of intimidating because it'd been so long. And I felt more comfortable talking to CEOs about getting their company straight than these kids, right?
Well, because we got to make sure we don't say the wrong thing.
Right.
We got to make sure. The thing is, we have to bring this. I had a difficult time with this, and I think you did too, because we're so used to talking to people at a higher level, corporate level or income levels, and we had to really bring down the way we would normally speak to people so that the kids can somewhat at least try to connect with us. Because if we try to speak the way we normally speak, it would probably would have gone so far over their head. They'd be like, who the hell are these guys and what are they talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, because we've been coaching CEOs, executives, how to improve their business processes, make more money,
right,
and get their head out of their ass. And then we're talking to these young adults and teenagers, and we got to bring it down to their level and remember what we were doing and in the activities and stuff we shouldn't have been doing and how to improve. So I think for me, it was trying to get across. When we walked in that room, they were cracking jokes at us.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
I was like, whatever.
I'm like, oh, my feelings, F your feelings. But I was like, okay, George was right. It's going to be, they're going to come at you. And they did. And I think the combination between your experience, my experience, and trying to translate that over to them and let them understand that we're not special. We've been there instead of some guys that came out of Harvard and, had all everything given to them. We came from the school of hard knocks. So I think for me, I feel like we came across to a couple individuals, we impact their lives. And hopefully for the better. There's a couple individuals and we don't want to.
One's already posted us, by the way.
Oh, really?
The group picture we took, he already posted it, and he actually left a very heartfelt message. I haven't had a chance to respond to it. I just saw it. I left a heartfelt message to us, thanking us for going over there and speaking to them, which I'm getting goosebumps because that totally touched my heart, and I would say this probably made my year.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's priceless.
It's priceless. I'm speechless. Shit. Like,
I wish we could do more of it,
Yeah, well, we definitely will too. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I'm just in this place of genuine happiness right now, especially because there was 2, 3, or 4 kids that really latched onto us, asked questions. We're really curious, like, what did you guys do? How do you get out of this? Like, how do I get out of this negativity if I'm stuck in it?
Oh, yeah.
And they really connected with us. And there's one kid I really connected with, and again, I'll let you take over, but what a crazy experience.
Oh,
Great experience.
I was trying not to be emotional because I was there. And nobody did that for us. Nobody. Teachers, nobody. Like, oh, Daverick's just a problem child. Parents weren't there. Nobody was there. And it's like, man, I was getting emotional. And I saw a couple kids lean forward. I saw a couple kids show interest. And even the ones that weren't, when we spoke to them, we hit a trigger, hit a nerve, they kind of.
The football player kid.
Yeah.
He was all jokes, cracks, and like basically like, fuck you guys kind of attitude. And then you said a couple things and it shut him up, and he really like tuned in.
But it wasn't to attack him.
No, he tuned in. That's what I'm saying.
He tuned in. So, man, it was just, after leaving there, I'm like, man, I'd rather spend more time at high schools and colleges than at these tech corporate companies telling the CEO, this is why you're losing money. This is why your leaders are failing, right? Man, it was good, though. And then you had some great messages, too, because of your background. And a couple of the kids, you called them out in a positive way and said, let me see the individuals in here who have done other drugs. He said, this was the amnesty room, first of all. Amnesty, right? In the Army, it's like, okay, amnesty. You got your last chance to say everything you want to say or put everything away. You're not going to get in trouble, right? And so the kids were like saying they've done stuff.
Yeah, and this one kid was like, no, man, you're going to I don't want to get fucking snitched. I quote that. That's what I said. I'm like, bro, I'm not going to snitch on you. I promise you. I was doing what you're doing now times 1,000. So I promise you, there's no snitching over here going on.
But I think, George, for the most part, they're good kids. There were some good kids in there. I mean, one kid was sleeping, right?
He was knocked out.
Another guy kept getting up and wanting to leave. I'd say probably 90% of the room were good, genuine kids, but they just had some challenges in life that caused them to affect them and act a certain way and lash out.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the channel. If you like what you saw today, find value in what you saw, please share with your friends and family.
And make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, and in the comment sections below, let us know which topics you would like us to cover in the future.